Welcome back to the BCC. This is Marc Ponzio. I'm going to be doing the commentary for our January 18, 2025 main event. This is a finals match between Marc and Andrew. This was a race to 9 points. We haven't seen these two competitors playing before, but they have actually squared off before at Long Island Crokinole Club's events. And they are right off to the volley. Looks like Marc won the volley. He's going to take hammer. He's reminding Andrew that the play goes to 9 here. Andrew drops his first open 20. Marc nails his first open 20. Andrew keeps it going. Race is on. Oh, Marc comes up short. So Marc's down 1 in the cup. Andrew can convert here and make him pay, but he goes a little long off to the side. Not really great here. Marc evens the cup up. He's got a piece on the board. Not bad position, but he is still behind 1 hammer. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Marc has the hammer. Marc is ahead 1 hammer. Okay, so Andrew starts clearing. Marc starts just taking shot for shot, and Andrew starts to realize something is a little bit up here. You can almost tell from his expression at this point. I think he started to do the math and realized that Marc can just shoot that 15-point piece at the end of all this and end up winning without having to get another 20. I think that's what he does here. Andrew rolls off there. Marc just needs to demote or clear and stick on the board to win this round. First round goes to Marc, 0-2 to Marc. All right, moving on to the second round. Marc's going to lead us off. Ends up with an open 20. Andrew misses his open shot. Marc gets a decent clear and ends up in a spot that's hard to score from without a follow-through. Andrew almost does an own goal there. Let's see. Marc does a clear and kind of rolls back to a pretty decent position there. Andrew tries for the double, gets 1 and almost 2, but just the 1. Marc's up in the cup. Andrew has the hammer. Marc's just sort of trying to play a little defensively. He just has to manage a clear each time and keep a piece on the board, and he can kind of ensure that Andrew can't shoot for the center hole. Although Andrew is sort of inching him closer to the 20 hole. And Andrew manages a beautiful touch conversion there. Unfortunately, Marc is able to just drain the next open 20 and keep the advantage the way it is. So the score is still Marc in the advantage. I think Marc's trying to decide whether or not he actually needs to take this shot, but he realizes he does. Gets the open 20, and now at this point, Andrew cannot win because he has to shoot into the backfield and then shoot a 20 at best. Marc just ditches his last shot, and it doesn't matter. Inconsequential. So now it's 0-4. Marc's in the lead. Andrew leads us off for this round. Drops an open 20. Andrew's got a very solid 20s percentage. Marc comes up short. Not great. But Andrew doesn't get the conversion, which really would have stung in that position. Let's see what Marc can do. He gets a clear, not a real clean clear. He still has a piece on the board, though, which kind of leaves him in an okay spot. Andrew gets a clear from his side, but he parks it pretty well behind a peg. Marc screws up the Hogan's Alley shot. Andrew comes a little short on the 20, open 20. Marc does a hit and stick, but doesn't get the 20. So Marc's really not in great position yet here. Let's see what's going on. Andrew was nice enough to peg Marc's piece, so the piece is just stuck there. Looks like Marc's setting up for a double on the far side there. And he gets the double and manages to pull his piece back as well. So he's in decent position on the board. 2 pieces on, not bad, but he still doesn't have anything in the cup. Andrew misses, and it seems to be a pretty fatal miss. Marc manages to drain a 20. Andrew's got another shot at both those pieces. He misses and rolls off the board. Again, Marc gets another shot at the 20. Now Marc's up in the cup with the hammer. Andrew manages to hit and stick, but Marc doesn't even have to shoot. He's got that round. So 0-6 to Marc. Marc leads us off and drains an open 20. Andrew follows suit. Again, Marc, open 20. Andrew lands his second attempt. Marc overshoots on his third. So we're tied in the cup at this moment. Andrew has hammer. Andrew just bounces right off a peg on the way in. Marc manages another 20, putting him up in the cup. So Marc doesn't have hammer advantage, but he is up in the cup at this point. Andrew is going to need to try and get a 20 off the side of that piece. He tried to angle something in there. Marc just cleared and stuck to the outside. He does have the advantage at the moment. Looks like Andrew was trying to angle something in, but didn't quite get the push he was looking for there. Again, Marc clears hit and stick. Andrew has to manage a follow-through. He does a pretty good attempt at a clear, a double clear there, but leaves something too close to the hole. Marc manages another 20, and now it's 2-4 in the cup, and Andrew can't surmount that deficit. 0-8, Marc leads on, wins that round as well. All right, so Andrew starts us off on this round here. A moment as the players decide if they had just made a mistake or not, but no, Andrew was correct. He was the leader. Marc does get the hammer for this round. Okay. Marc overshoots his 20 shot. See, Andrew manages to touch, but not the clear. Marc's trying to figure out a line, how to get to that blue piece and push it out instead of in. He manages to combo, but he leaves a really bad setup. See if Andrew can take advantage. Andrew, again, goes a little bit to the right. He's been sort of missing those backboarded shots today, which has not been helping him. Sort of a messy soup going on this one. We got pieces all over. Marc tries to roll up closer to the pegs. He manages it somewhat. Andrew tries maybe a double and manages to get one off. He did roll into a nice defensive spot. He pegged one piece right behind there. Marc, again, just goes for whatever clears he can kind of line up. Andrew's going for the double, but manages to just push one in and push one off. Okay, so Marc's going to combo through his own piece. He gets himself down, clears one of Andrew's pieces off. Looks like Marc's starting to cluster in the middle. Andrew hits a peg, and that was sort of really painful because he does not have hammer. He does have one in the cup, but Marc has a lot more board presence. Marc's trying to figure out how to clear a piece here. One in the close ground he's able to knock off by bouncing it off a peg. Andrew loses his own shooter, and that puts Marc into a position where he has about 50 points on the board to Andrew's 40 total, and that's the round. Sorry, 30 total, and that's the round. Thank you so much for following along with us. Let's head over the highlights and see some of the better shots of the match today. All right, starting with this, Andrew gets almost a double clear. That was pretty nice. It was kind of a 1.5, I'd call that. Andrew also manages this really nice touch 20 with the full clear. That was a great shot. Let's see, Marc sets up a double here. That was a good double. Could have used the 20, but the double was good enough. Marc gets a little touch 20 there. All right, thank you so much for following along. We're going to have some more videos for you down the line, but this is it for our 11825 event. If you're interested in following along with our club, our information's in the links below. Thank you for watching to this point. Give us a like and a subscribe if you're interested. Take care.